What's up, y'all? Uneducated Yogi here with One Family Investing, where we learn, we invest, and we make profit. That's what we do here. If that's what you're here for, then I got you. We're here to learn, you know. We're not over here being arrogant. We here saying that we here to learn always and get better and better. We're here to invest. This ain't fake money right here. That's real money, okay? And we're here to make profit. You see these gains? It ain't a lot of gains right now. We just started this account. But you see those gains? That's real money being made right there. And it's gonna go up higher and higher within these next couple years. And that's what I'm here to show y'all. So if you're here right now, thank you. I'm gonna go over a little bit of this. I said the what I put in this account wrong earlier, so I just pulled it back up. It's actually I put more in here than I thought. 2,757, and we're at 2,768. So we have about $11 gain. Um, and we went over this in the last video. Y'all can go check that out in the last video. But I want to clear that up because I got it wrong last time. But we're here to invest, we're here to learn, and we're here to make profit. Uh, you know, and we're starting a community of folks to be our investing buddies, and we learn with each other. And we hope. I'm trying to come out of this. Today it was up $213. So this is my private account. Um, so I got that options watch list going, and yeah. So anyways, there's that. So ICP, I don't think I went over ICP last time in Bitcoin, but I mean, this is another thing of saying like how we can be playing playing the market. So ICP, man, just drawing these support and resistant lines. I could be playing all of these up and down, right? And that's where we're gonna get to. Okay, I'm working on making enough extra income outside of what I'm already investing. So once I get the extra income in, it's gonna be even nicer. But ICP is playing around with this level right here. This was happened earlier, and it almost went, but now it's above this level. So I will come in and find new levels of where it could possibly go to, but I'm not gonna do that right now. There's possible one here, right, already. So around here is where it fought last, as far as, let me see, back in March. So back in March, it was fighting around this price, and it might go back around this price, or it might, find another high, so to speak. But one thing I can do is I can draw something like that. And now we have target. Okay. Anyways, so there's ICP, and what's cool about ICP as part of the public portfolio is y'all seeing this go down and up. This was at 700 and something before. It's back up in the 800s, and as ICP goes up, this number is going to get higher. Um, and then the neuron. This is how we stake the ICP, meaning we put it back in the community, basically back in the system, and I get paid because I put it back in there so people can use it, whatever. There's a lot of stuff there. I'm not going to get too much detail, but basically this is where my bonus is. I'm at 3.54% extra for just letting it sit, and it's still mine. It'll sit there for 8 years, keep growing, and it's still mine. So that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to go over that because I didn't go over that. I haven't been over that in a while. So that's ICP. And then, you know, this thing's buffering. If this, so I also want to share something that, I saw a video of Kelis. She bought 300 acres of land in Kenya, and the reason I want to share this video is because I want to share like what's the different possibilities um, when we start, getting an income for ourselves, making a cash flow for ourselves. Because we have to understand what's possible. Otherwise, we won't think about doing it, if that makes sense. And just so y'all can see this Bitcoin, remember I drew this, in a couple like a while ago, a couple videos ago. It's still playing. It was still playing in this area, and then once it reached outside of this area, it has the new. Remember, I don't know where I put these. If I drew support and resistance line for the new high, so not for the new high yet, but like the next one of the next points, we're going 10. And then somebody was saying that, yeah, it could be going up pretty high. I don't know how to read that one. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna say the next about resistance is gonna be, yeah, if it gets past this area, pretty much winning. Pretty much winning. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. So y'all seeing me put in my support and resistance lines live. So, and yeah, so we'll leave that one there. So it's good. It can play around in between here. And again, these are different times where you could just be putting in plays with options while you are like you can buy and hold, but then you can get more shares by playing options. So you get the shares for cheap while you're making money while getting more shares. You get what I'm saying? It's so cool. Anyways, I'll be showing how to do all of this later. I know the math understanding. Okay, and one of the people I follow, Jeremy, y'all know Jeremy, that guy, sent out an email, and I just want to read it because it kind of goes over the temperature of the market, or like, yeah. Howdy Yogi, earnings season is basically wrapped up, and like always, it was a mixed bag. Some stocks exploded after strong numbers, others dropped even with decent results, and a few barely moved at all. If there's if there's one thing you should have taken away from this earnings season, is that you need to know what you own and why you own it. And I said that in the last video, so that's funny, because I was looking at the our stocks in the public portfolio, right? And I'm actually pretty happy about the stocks that we have so far. As far as like, we have growth stocks, we have dividend stocks, we have value stocks, and it's a good mix right now. Now, if I had more income, I would definitely add some more to this portfolio. Or what I'm working on is getting my first 100 shares of something. And one of them, I was thinking of Genie, because I have 53 of them already, and I just need 50 more, or 47 more. And you know, so that's another whatever, 400, $500. So that would be awesome if I can do that, because then I can start trading options nicely. So either that. So if I get more income, we're either going to get to 100 shares with something, or I'm going to be adding more diversity of stocks that I'm thinking about in my mind that I would want to add to the portfolio. Um, so it's very important to know what you own. You need to know what you own and why you own it. If you're at that space, if you're not at that space, again, you can see which stocks we have here, but don't just buy them just because you see it. You should buy them with a certain intention. And again, you can leave a comment. You can write me, whatever. And then we can talk about that. Like, hey, I want to start a portfolio. Where should I start? And I'll help you with that. Right now, my time is free. It won't be free forever. Take advantage, because no matter what the headlines say, stock prices will go up and down in the short term. That's just how the game works. So, but when you invest in great businesses, companies you understand, believe in, and plan to hold for years, earning seasons don't rattle you. So if you actually understand a company, you know that it's going to be good over the years. You're not shaken by when things go up and down, because well, it's a long term play. So here's a quick post earning season checklist. Do you still believe in the long term story of the companies you hold? Do they show signs of real progress this quarter? Revenue, margins, user profits? Are the are they managing their cash wisely and adapting to changes? So there's some questions to ask. If this earning season was stressful for you, maybe that's a sign to recheck your conviction or to get more clarity on the stocks you're holding. Keep up the good work and continue to make June a great month. Have a great day. Okay, so I just like that because it was short, simple, sweet, and it brings up all the good points that I would even talk about, which is like, don't worry, just really know what you have, and then we gotta have confidence in that. We're not picking the stocks we're picking for no reason. We're actually picking them for a reason, and that's the point. Clarity beats uh, anxiety. Okay. I don't think that. And then, so just for this video, just to hear a little bit of this, we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but just hear how this starts. So, oh yeah, and there was a person who he bought mad he bought mad Tesla. I mean, mad SoFi. SoFi is doing really really good right now. I just want to put that out. I didn't show that video, but there's a person. He's been trading for a while. I like going to people who's been trading for a while, because then I can say, hey, even though been, I didn't make trading a profession in my life, but I've been trading. um, so I'm going to bring in people who's made it more part of their life. But I'm no slump at this. That's why I think I'm able to pick good picks, and then really let's see it gain profit. But SoFi was being talked about, and I don't know where the video is, but yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So here's some things. Let me go over this real quick. So let's go over some picks.
Today, pulling back the tad bit in after hours. But these are the type of moves that change your life. Okay, shout out to the money team if you were part of that and you had this play at any point in time. Okay, it's about putting you guys in winners and making you
So I trust this dude a bit is what I'm finding out so far. And I saw him put these, I'd be saying these are like clickbait titles, but we need to put titles like this so people can actually click on our stuff. But we still got to deliver on what the title says. So I was checking it out, and he seems like an honest dude. He did deliver on it. It's not a stock that is at this price right now, so a little bitty clickbaity, but what he's saying is true. So this is one. He's going over a couple. So core weave, I don't know what core weave is. I haven't looked into it. So um, just don't think I'm saying go get the stocks that he's suggesting right now. I'm not saying that, but I like him and I trust his integrity and his knowledge and his ability to help his people. I've been following that long enough to know that I trust that this much about this person. So this is Chris, and he has a stock that he's saying right now is called CoreWeave. It's a good one he's saying, but he's saying buy it at the lower prices, not the prices that they're at right now.
sure you understand how to roll with the winners. Okay, put this on your radar though, because on a pullback, want you to rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat mean get it down here and take it back here. Okay, get it down here 142 and take it back to 162. That's the rinse and repeat. They show you the levels. It's up here now. It's gonna come back. You be patient.
Because as you can see, I was looking at the days and like what chart he's looking at. It's just a day chart. So yeah, he's saying it's going to go back down. So buy when it's at that level and ride it back up. And he's saying that these are good companies that you can hold for a while. So again, do your research on, like, say if you're interested in this one, write down CRWV or go on Robinhood right now. Like I did, I saved them under interest, and then on my interest list, and I do extra research if when I'm ready to buy a new stock, or before that, because you want to actually know before. So, anyways, CoreWeave is one of them.
And you ride it back up. Okay. What else Coach got for you? APLD. If you $7, so this
APLD.
has already doubled your money.
So he told his people about this when it was at $7, is what he said, and yeah, so he said it already doubled his money. But APLD is another one. I'm just going over
It's
them
sitting at
quickly,
15
and
just
then I'm gonna
last
listen
week.
to everything.
Share daily of everyday people. Be the next one. This is going to $100, but we got to get it down here.
Robinhood. So yeah, I own Robinhood. Yeah, I've had them since they IPO'd, and yeah, it's been a good stock.
Look at this.
Nothing bad to
It
say about
came to
Robinhood.
69. Even if you got it down here today and
It's
then
called
shot up
Hood.
to here, that's a phenomenal move. Okay, but I want you in it. But I need to make the money, guys. We buy low. Okay. Remember when nobody knew about Palantir?
Riget, yeah, with this one, Rigetti, Rigetti Computing. So that's one I'm kind of interested in because I know quantum computing and is going to be a big thing. So he's saying, like, these companies that you can buy, like Palantir was at $8. Palantir is now at like 170 something, or 70 or $90, something like some high number. Imagine getting Palantir when it's at $8, having 100 shares, 1,000 shares of Palantir when it's at $8, and then it moves up. You just $10,000 you made, just easy. Um, you know, uh, so that's what he's saying right here. These companies that he's sharing, he believes are companies that we're getting at their undervalue or infancy stage, to where it's a growth stock basically. All right, so that's what he's saying.
When Palantir was $8. These. So what's next after? You need to get these with me. All right. 1183 or
And this
low.
was the last one they was
You
talking
can get
about
875.
870, 879. See 879. So this is the quantum QUBT. So I wrote both of these. I wrote a lot of these down, but I own Robinhood. So this one, also, I'm going to be looking into it because again, I trust this person's ability to pick so far. I haven't been following him forever, ever, but I've been following him long enough to say he talks in similar ways that I would talk if I was doing this for a while already. And there's stocks that he's talking about and he's picked that I know I've done research on and I've picked and we not talk about. So trusting my man's. But anyways, the quantum computing is the 879 stock that he said will 10x, and I believe it.
To 11. So 8.
This one specific, I don't know. But again, quantum is big right now. And let's end it with a little bit of dreaming. So when we're doing this stuff, we gotta, whatever your vision board looks like, we wanna reach those. Um, oh yeah, this is the guy who bought all the SoFi.
This way before, and SoFi had a very, really investor-friendly community, very realistic community. Folks understand.
Okay, anyways, I'm about to watch it though. Okay, let's end this with this beautiful, beautiful video about what we can do with wealth. Like, did you believe you can do something like this? And thinking about outside of our itty bitty country of the United States, we can live beautifully anywhere. I really like this. I promote stuff like this because that's what we're doing this stuff for. Um, you know, Me personally, I go by uneducated yogi. I've seen a lot of how we should use this, and we make money to live life, but we do it with God. We do that anywhere. It's not in this case, one place. And it's like one of in the green states with a little bit more next to your ocean, and they're on land, food, so to speak. So as we're building this, I'm dreaming about that, and I'm keep focused. If you write about this stuff, it's always heard you best when it's down, but it's always in my mind. Write that goal is down. So I want to show this.
53 acres of land. And in the background, you see actually a volcano. Very rare, little known fact. So, Kelis, where exactly are we at right now?
Okay, so we're in Naivasha. We're right off of Lake Naivasha. And this is Mount Longdon here. Behind this property, on the other side of the mountain, is the National Reserve. This is all privately owned land here. And it's great, yeah, because as you see, all the animals are free and they're running wild, and we're farming, and it's dope. We're building a little community out here.
Yeah, talk to us about the intent, right? We just walked and saw the farm, saw some red onions, some yellow onions. Tell us about what's happening here, what's going to be coming.
Okay, so what I to do in all sustainable luxury retreat resorts along agriculture all together. So I'm getting more stuff. Farming and just for natural and using versus the animal and
Yeah, stuff like this keeps me inspired a bit. So, but the idea also is to not need to watch stuff like this so much because you're doing the work. You don't have time to watch it. But every once in a while, I like to check out stuff like this. You get new ideas as you're growing your journey. I have a friend right now who is in a position to sell a house and to